Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. Where we are, sorry, if it seems like I'm tired, it's because I really am. I've been having a lot of issues the last couple of days. But anyway, this game was donated by card. When people donate the game, I try to follow through with their requests to the best of my abilities, which is why we do have Miss along here with us.
Hi everyone.
Let's see. I suppose this is the part of the episode where I have to stop and admit that Nico posted the finale of Fire Emblem Three Houses.
At least for the Blue Lions route.
Yeah, at least for the Blue Lions route. And while I haven't actually seen the battle and stuff like that in the episode, I did watch the very end where it goes through
his thoughts.
I guess he got married to Flane, and it all of the endings for the characters. So, but now that's all I've seen is just that. And, that bit of the ending there, but so I haven't been spoiled too much, just mostly on the, his personal endings, because, every character, all the characters can have different endings depending on the relationships. I noticed his Hanuman and Manuela got married, which was great. I think Marianne and Dedu got married, if I'm remembering right.
Mercedes.
Mercedes? Okay.
It was Marianne and Dimitri.
Dimitri, okay. Yeah, I know that Marianne did get together with somebody that made me happy, but yeah.
It was Mercedes right. And Dedu, Dimitri, and Marianne.
Mercedes and Dedu, yes, that's right.
And Mercedes and Dedu opened up the school on Dusker culture for the people of Dusker, so that when they got their country back, they could restore their culture. Right.
Yeah, I remember seeing the ending there where I remember seeing it and going, oh, that's nice, because I really liked Mercedes and Dedu's A rank. So when I saw that they got together on his run, I was like, oh, that's great. I love this. So, and I think, what was it, Ingrid and Sylvain got together, I believe, too. I don't even know.
It was Ingrid and Sylvain, and then Felix and Annie.
Felix and Annie, yes. So it was nice seeing the the endings there. So I haven't seen the end of the game. I just saw the endings that were in Nico's playthrough. And of course his final thoughts on the game and, how he felt about it and such. He voiced a lot of the complaints that I've had, so things like the UI being absolute trash, at least out of battle. But I know that, a lot of that, it's oh, well, this is, brought over from the other Fire Emblem games and stuff. And I'm like, I get that, but it still doesn't make any sense. So, hopefully the next Fire Emblem game, they'll go in and fix some of the major issues. A tactical question, Professor. Let's say you're leading an army and the enemy whose forces greatly outnumber your own has you surrounded. What do you do in that situation? I'd force to carry out a two-pronged assault, punch forward, punch a hole through their formation, hold my position, and stave them off. I mean, honestly, usually I divide my forces and carry out a two-pronged assault. Leading an army and the enemy's force greatly outnumber your own has you surrounded.
I think I get it.
Let's see. Focus on lance and riding. No, just focus on riding. Because your lance is already fine. It's Anna's birthday. Literally doesn't matter what I do because I can't. She has no support, so I'm not gonna bother with that. So I was planning to get on today and do some off-camera grinding of the battles that don't require any that don't require any like activity. But that didn't happen because I spent most of the day trying to sleep. So, Silver Maiden, Iron Rod, the fortress city, lies on what was once the border between the kingdom and the empire and is a valuable strategic asset. Dimitri intends to reclaim it. That said, I did do a Twitch stream of me running through some of Golden Deer.
Thank you. You may leave now.
Wherein my plan is to make the run just as meme-worthy as possible by giving people absolutely ridiculous stuff. Did something happen?
Not really.
For example, the current meme right now is Marianne with Brawl, so I've been doing that. So my Marianne has the gauntlets, which has been really hard at first because she's absolute trash with the gauntlets at first. Iron Rods. First of all, skills by name of Silver Maiden. First I've heard of it.
So, Aryan Road is a fortress, lauded as the strongest in the kingdom. The land around Aryan Road was once entrusted to Fire Road.
But it's been a little bit fun. At least it was a little bit fun until I realized that the War Cleric class that is part of the DLC, which is what Balthus uses, because it's part of the DLC, you know, it is locked behind the DLC. So if I wanted to... Is this up high enough? Okay. No? I don't know. Feeling like I can't hear the TV, but it's at its usual setting.
I was thinking that we need to deal with
but it was like, okay, you know, the War Cleric is locked behind the first chapter of the DLC. Is that a problem? And like,
we confirmed the troops departed.
Because to do the other runs, I have to load up a separate profile on my Switch. Those separate profiles don't have the DLC run unlocked. So if I want to get Yuri and Balthus and all of them along with those classes, I have to complete the DLC again. And we all know how much I hated the DLC battles and everything the first time.
Which is why when/if we do another route on YouTube, we'll do it on this account.
Yeah.
To do the new game.
Right. So I'm like, well, I just have to beat the first chapter to unlock the classes, you know? So I'm like, if I just do the first chapter, you know, I've beaten that one, yeah, I've beaten the whole DLC before, but, you know, I did figure out the first chapter the last time I did it, you know, so surely if I do it this time, I will be better at it and be able to do it. And I ended up almost using up all of my divine pulses, including one divine pulse where I had to go all the way back to the beginning again. I'm like, I absolutely hate this. And like, I'm doing the DLC, yeah, I'm trying to do that one DLC, and I'm like, I'm sitting there streaming, and I'm like, I hate this. This is so ridiculously hard. Oh yeah, my Lysithia is a fighter, or whatever, the sword, and the golden deer, which is fun. But I'm like, I hate this. This sucks. Like, I really, really hate, like, doing this fight. It is so hard. And I had a couple people in the chat, and they were literally like, what are you talking about? This was the easiest thing that I've ever, like, done in the whole, like, game. I'm like, what? I'm like, how was this DLC easy? They're like, the DLC was easier than even the base game. I'm like, I've never had a fight in the base game that has been as hard as even the first battle in that DLC. I'm like, how are people out there saying that this was easy? I'm sure that maybe that's just like me not understanding something about the game, but I'm just like, what is it that has made it so that, for me, this is just absolute trash? But apparently, literally anybody else I talk to is like, oh, this was so easy. I don't know why you're having any trouble or anything. Just like, why? Why is that a thing?
A part of it may just be experience with the game.
Yeah.
Well, with the series in general.
The series in general. And it wouldn't surprise me if some of it was that. Like, oh, because, you know, they've played the other games and have played them so much, you know, they're just better at it or something. But I'm like, yes, you know, yes, you know, I'm sitting here, you know, playing on casual, so I haven't ever had that classic experience, you know.
That's probably another reason why you struggled so much, Em. Not because of the classic experience, but because it was simply that higher difficulty.
Yeah.
People who are more acquainted with Fire Emblem as a whole, who have had some experience at the higher difficulties, would find the strategizing easier because they've dealt with it before.
Yeah.
That's pretty much most of what it probably is.
Yeah, I'm sure that that's, you know, a lot of it is a lot of that, like, the fact that, like, they're more used to the game and stuff like that. Oh, do I have happy? Frick. Let me take constants then. 'Cause I want to... There we go. Adjunct happy. There we go. Alright. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure that that is a lot of it. That it's like, you know, they're used to the strategery and things like that. They're used to, you know, the like really like getting really down and dirty and things like that with the game. Like really knowing what kinds of things they have to do. And I'll admit that yes, I haven't had that to the best of my ability. But like when I was going through the DLC here on YouTube, you know, we all saw how much I struggled with that. For the anybody here who saw this in Nerd Shadows run. Dimitri cannot fall in battle. Oh, hi, Hubert.
Something neat about this paralogue, though, is that there's a couple of generals that would be Hanuman and Manuela had you not recruited them.
Well, there's nothing to be done.
After all, the two of them are originally from the Empire.
Yeah, that is true.
But I was gonna point out, I have 2 save files of my Awakening game here right now. My save file, which I have here, which is a completed run, sits at just under 13 hours of gameplay, okay?
Right.
My classic run that I have been working on is sitting at just over 20 hours. And I am only on chapter 14 out of the 25.
Oh, yeah, here's one of them. I don't know if this would have been Manuela.
That would be Hanuman.
That was Hanuman, okay. I was gonna say, I don't know if it's Manuela since that's a female, or if that's just the one.
It's dark magics.
Another Imperial General here.
That one would not be. That one would be Petra, I think.
That one would be Petra. Interesting.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, because I was thinking that...
if I remember right, Manuela's is either a Swordmaster or like a Mortal Savant. Either way, it would have a sword.
Right. Well,
a stabby thing. A stabby instrument.
Stabby instrument. Those are the only 2 generals. That might have been Manuela.
No, because I think she still had the magic. Go look at the top left.
Top left. Because these guys are just soldiers, top left.
Oh.
And then we've got this general here, which is, as you said, Hanuman. And then here's more soldiers. The only other general I'm seeing is this.
So that might have been Manuela.
Yeah, that one might have been Manuela right there because she's.
I'll have to see the thief class though.
Yeah, it's that one's an assassin class.
Still, point stands, not a magic class.
Right. But those are the only 2 generals in the battle, though, so...
I may be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure it was this one.
Because, I mean, I was thinking that we had already done the one where Petra was in here, so...
True enough.
Because we
I don't think I need to state this, but Hubert won't die here.
Yeah.
He retreats.
I kind of figured just because, like, there's like a whole, like, section over here. Interesting. Like, I kind of figured that he wouldn't just because, like, it would be weird to have him die. Hubert, you know, such an important character to die in, like, an optional side quest, you know? So. Alright, well, so these are floor traps. I assume as long as I cross them beforehand, I'll be alright. That said, I'm seeing that Petra is going to take a lot of damage if I go that way.
Leave it to me.
But no, it's... Like I said, it might just be a matter of, like, people that are more experienced with Fire Emblem, you know how to strategize better and things like that. And that's understandable. Like, it makes perfect sense and everything for, if you've played the series a lot more, then, you're going to be better at it and things like that. But I guess, like, my thing was, like, in my run through the DLC the first time, I basically lost everybody, and I had to actually go all the way back to the beginning to restart. And even then, on my second attempt through, I still lost a good majority of my units. On my basically my third run through, me playing through the DLC over again here on the Golden Deer, I had literally the same thing basically happen. It was like I couldn't get through without losing most of my units, and like it started off as me losing everybody at first, because I ended up having to go all the way back. But once I went all the way back, like, one of the things I was having trouble with was Happy has an ability that just, like, stuns you, like, every turn. And I'm like, unless I can get to Happy, whatever character gets hit by her is guaranteed dead. Because even if I sit there and use vulneries and stuff like that, the 3 that it gives me, or like send a healer or something, I'm still sitting there getting beat down by the fact that the fact that I can't move at all. And like, that became a huge problem. I literally just could not move. And I lost like 3 units because
I'll do my best.
It's like I'm sitting there healing them every round, but Happy's dealing more damage than I can heal for. And
surprise reinforcements. We must defeat them.
I'm just like, I don't know. Like, my other sort of big issue was that, like, in the classic route version, basically nobody can die. And I'm going, I can't get through this without losing somebody. Like, how would you do that? I'm sure there's some level of strategy that maybe I'm just not understanding. If there is, I'm really not understanding it, Go ahead, step on the death tiles. There's a reason.
Kitty, what are you doing?
Ow. That was bolting. That's also bolting. Ow. And, I mean, again, I'm sure that playing on classic mode gives you a different feel for the game, because it's like, oh, well, I have to really, really be careful because I can't lose any of my units or whatnot. And, I get that. Like, I'm sure that playing on classic mode does give a vastly different feel to the game, and may even, like, change, it may teach you a lot about how to strategize that maybe I'm not getting because I'm playing on casual, but
like, just, I know for one thing, I am going to struggle a lot in my first run of Three Houses. Even though I know a fair bit of Fire Emblem from my experiences with Fate and Awakening, I can say for a fact I'm going to struggle with Three Houses
Ow.
because the adjutant system is not the partner system of the two games I'm most familiar with. Combat is wholly different, and I can't rely on partnering up two people to raise their support levels, and then even though this one character never actually ended battle on their own, they are amazingly incredible because they still did stuff.
Right. Holy crap, that range for bolting is insane. Sorry, just like I'm trying to move the dude out of the way of these two mages here, and it's just like I moved him way down here, and they still have aggro on him. It's just like, that is insane range. Now I realize just how like powerful bolting was in the DLC, because that is insane range. I'm just gonna leave him right there. Actually, that's fine. So, but yeah, I mean, it really is that like Fire Emblem Three Houses, from what I've heard, has been quite a bit different from like the other games. If you remember when we were starting off, I was talking a lot about like what, trying to remember the weapon triangle and things like that all the time. And I actually found out the weapon triangle doesn't exist in Three Houses.
I've noticed that too.
So
it's like at this point, it's rather blatantly obvious. After all, you're not dealing with lower damage, lower accuracy.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm going downstairs. I have a tornado warning. Christian.
Must lead them well.
Tornado warning. At least that should be the last of their boltings. Well, if Mist suddenly disappears, we know that it's because she had to bolt. No, they have 4 boltings. Oh my god.
No luck, buddy. All the city's defenses are under my control.
So, the system has been modified. The person operating the traps must be elsewhere.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take that back then, in that case.
Leave it to me.
Because, yeah, there's no point in that. Oh, yeah, that's right. Bolting has a... Bolting is like archery, where like it has a close range issue too. I forgot about that. Marianne, go heal the dew.
I am prepared.
You can't do anything about him at all. This guy just didn't even move. He's just like, I'll just stand here on the spikes, that's fine. It's like that meme with the dog and like the fire. This is fine. It's like, this is not fine. Why are you doing this?
Let's make it quick. No fighting.
Can 11 sword him.
One of us has to die. Only thorns left on this rose.
That took too much.
So reliable.
Alright. I have no idea if Mist is even there. It's not sounding like it.
At your service.
I'm hearing noises, but I'm not hearing Mist, so...
sunshine.
She did sound distant when she ran off, so I don't know if she grabbed... because I guess it would probably be her computer she's using Discord on. So... I don't know if she's... around, or what?
Orient Road is a crucial asset to the Empire. You will not pry from us.
Pathetic.
Ouch. That hurt a lot. Well, dang. I'm dealing with that bolting.
They were sure to perish.
I keep hearing sounds, but I don't know what they are exactly. No damage. Should have paid attention to the combat forecast there, friend. And to do. Surprise reinforcements.
This could turn the tides. I'll use...
Don't be careless. On to the next battle. Only...
Well, yeah, so if Miss isn't around for the rest of this episode, it's because she had to evac.
The troops outside the castle first would demoralize the ones within. Not such a bad idea, honestly. But you failed to account for me.
Crit. Well, we'll just keep going, try to finish up this section here and see how things go. Who can I bolting? I could bolting Hubert from here. Might as well. That's a crit. Goodbye, Hubert.
I'll withdraw. For now.
Is that an automatic win if I kill him? Because that would be amazing. Hey, transmute.
Lord Hubert was defeated. Retreat.
Yep, that's it. Way to go, Constance.
This is it. Failed to get Hubert.
I wasn't even trying there.
Captured Orion. Let's clean up the wreckage.
Way to go, Constance.
Well done, everyone. The day is ours.
Let's see if she'll respond. 'Cause, I mean, she might have taken her phone, I assume. MVP, Constance. Blue Lion Knights. Again, I don't know if she has her phone with her or whatnot.
Oh, it's you.
I'm hoping she took her phone. Very sight. Are you tired?
I think all of this work is just catching up with me. Just pretend that you're...
No, I don't think she took her phone with her either.
By the way, I wanted to thank you for your help with the Orion Road campaign the other day. You were exceptional. Your leadership was key in taking back Orion Road safely.
Iron Road. We all contributed.
Indeed, everyone gave their all for victory. I am always being saved by those around me, it seems.
It's only half an hour.
It seems that after taking the Aria Road, many things are changing within the kingdom. Specifically, the lesser lords of the lands surrounding Aryan Road have pledged vassalage to the kingdom. The knights they possess may now be added to the kingdom's army. And if that happens, I would like to leave them in your capable hands. Also, my apologies. Here I am, simply throwing one report after another at you.
Aren't you overdoing it?
It is certainly true that I have been stuck in my quarters lately, dealing with more official business and other such tasks than ever before. But that is something I have been putting off for far too long. Though it is exhausting, filling in the blanks of 5 years and several months must be done. I am going to tackle them all, one at a time. That is one small part of my atonement. So, Professor, I have been doing all of the talking, but I assume you came here for a reason.
Thought we could all celebrate a victory. I intend to steal you away to the victory celebration.
Steal me away? That seems rather unnecessary. A victory celebration, you say? You know, this reminds me of that time I dragged you to the dining hall. Do you recall?
When was that? I actually don't remember.
A mock battle between the houses. That was 5 years ago, so I suppose it is only natural that you We had just finished our mission, and we were invited to join in the celebration. You know, every once in a while, I do long to be part of the group as well. But do you think that it is really acceptable for someone like me to quietly join in the merriment? You really think so?
Sorry.
You insist. Thank you, Professor. Now then, let's go. Together.
I took a drink and it went down the wrong tube, so that was fun. Western Church Suppression. Or Battle in the Plains. Let's do Battle in the Plains. And then if Mist isn't back or doesn't respond, I will probably end the episode here. Or not here, but after this battle. So that way, I can do some off-camera grinding. I'll just finish up like all the battles. And then whenever, you know, Mist is back, assuming she's, you know, back tonight, I will, you know, then we'll continue recording. If not, then it'll probably be, you know, tomorrow before we continue recording. Not that that'll, like, affect you guys at all, because, you know, there won't be any, like, difference in the episodes, but I hope Dimitri and Happy didn't get up, so let's do Happy. Let's do Dedu and oh, it was Ash, but he's good. Let's do an Ingrid in that case. Yeah, sorry. Dorothea can take Sylvain. Alright. Okay, looks like it's just humans. They're just high level. So, that's fine. Aside from the Dew, everybody's pretty decent level, so... well, and Mercedes.
Leave it to me.
I know that doesn't sound the most pleasant. Just my sinuses are attacking me all of a sudden, which is not fun.
Allow me to demonstrate. All is going to plan.
Dead.
I am prepared.
I am prepared. I don't know, Dedu, can you survive this attack?
My orders? Pure grit for Gerald. Just like that.
Also, in case anybody's wondering, like, why I still have the call running, even though Mist isn't there, I'm kind of hoping that, like, I'll be able to hear that she's alright. Like, just having the call running, like, I'll know if anything happened. So, dance, baby, dance. And hopefully, you know, I'll hear that everything worked out fine and that she's perfectly fine. You know, she'll just come back and be like, alright, I'm good. Since she doesn't seem to have taken her phone with her, so I don't have any way of, you know, talking to her at current. Having the call open so I can hear. I mean, if something does happen, should be able to, you know, hear and know, so. Like if the call suddenly calls out, you know, cuts out or something. Something like that. A D+ authority. Yeah, get Shrek'd.
Had to be done.
Yay, level up for Dedu. My asthma.
I've got no time for mercy.
Although I have to say, in all my time of doing YouTube and things, the one thing I did not expect was that me playing a game would get a bunch of people asking me for bug fixes on the game. So if you guys haven't seen, a while ago I did a playthrough of a Legend of Zelda fan game called The Fallen Sage, and it was a lot of fun, and a lot of people were like, hey, how do I get a hold of this game, because the game's like been lost to time since then, basically. You know, Undying Nephilim, the guy that made the game, hasn't kept up with, like, keeping the game up on, like, any kind of hosting sites and stuff like that. So the game just kind of vanished. I still had copies, and people were like, hey, you know, we'd like to play. Is there any way that, you know, we can, like, get a copy of the game or something? I'm like, I mean, it was a free game, you know? So there was really no reason not to, you know, put it out. And the version that I had some bug fixes because I had gone in and fixed several bugs, you know, in my own playthrough of the game. And so, like, I post this online, I'm like, here you go, you know, here's a link to it on my Google Drive, people can go play it, download it, etc., you know. You know, because it's cool, right? And because it's basically abandonware at this point, like, I'm basically the only source of, like, the game. Like, you can't find it anywhere else out there. And so people were using my link to go play it, and somebody was like, hey, I encountered this bug, can you fix it for me? I'm like, I'm not the developer. I don't have time to go in and fix bugs in games that I had nothing to do with. And I told him, like, I can look into it, but you know, no guarantees that I'd be able to do anything. And I'm like, it probably would just be easier for you to restart from your save before that, you know. And they weren't exactly happy, but I'm like, out of all the things that could happen, you know, in like me doing YouTube, like, out of all of the things that I expected to come from me playing games on YouTube, I definitely did not expect one of them would be bug fixing other people's games. And I'm just like, I really don't know what you expect me to do. Because, like, it's like, I mean, it's an RPG Maker game. Anybody with RPG Maker XP can fix it themselves. As it's like, yes, it costs money, but like, as far as I was aware, you had to have RPG Maker just to play it. So the very fact that they don't have RPG Maker really surprises me. And it's like, also confuses me a little bit because I don't know how. Pomp and Circumstance ability. Neat. Alright, well, I guess now I can reclass him. Bam!
A threat eliminated.
This axe. Like, I love it. Like, I really do.
At your service.
But it's just, it's funny to me that, like, people are asking me to fix, like, the game that I played on YouTube. I have no affiliation with, you know, like, I didn't do any of the development for it, and it's just like, hey, can you fix it? It's like, look, it's an old game, it's broken, it's probably not, like, I can't be responsible to go through and fix all the bugs in this game, because, like, I already spend a lot of my day game developing myself, like with my own projects. I can't exactly stop that and, you know, basically do game development for a game that's not mine. You know, that would be like asking me to fix something that Bethesda put out, you know. Hey, can you fix this bug in Doom Eternal? I have no relation to it, I just played it. Although I haven't played Doom Eternal. So, I've just played the original. If anybody wants to buy Doom Eternal for me, I think it's on Switch. If it's not, I think it's coming to Switch. So, you know, if anybody wants to, I would appreciate that. So, although I guess the other thing that kind of happened that was unexpected was, like, so I've done Mabinogi Generation 1, like a full playthrough of Gen 1, and I was like, it barely got watched, you know? And so I was, like, all disappointed. I'm like, man, you know, like, no views on this, yada yada. So I did Generation 2, and, like, it exploded! I'm like, what the crap? Like, I get, like, 10 to 11 views on those videos. I'm just like, what? Mabinogi Generation 2, like, exploded on me. Like, oh my god. You know? trying to hunt down information via the calls on my PC. Okay, so Miss does have her phone. I'm gonna ask her, you know, what to do. But since Miss isn't here, I'm going to just go ahead and leave it here. When we come back, I will probably have finished off whatever battles to get us moved on. I might do some of these battle in the ruins just to grind up. I know it's currently level 37. The auxiliary battles here are level 42. So I might like get Dedu and stuff like that leveled up a bit. I'm just waiting to see what Miss says here. She's currently typing. But I do hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, feel free to subscribe. Check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. That way you can get caught up on any episodes you might have missed. I'm trying to extend this out because Miss is typing and I'd like to say whatever she says to you guys. But there's also a link down below to my Discord. You can come hang out, chat with Card, Mist, me, other people. Set to end at 12:15. Okay. It sounds like she'll be back pretty soon. The tornado warning was set to end at 12:15. It's currently 12:10, so she will probably be back by the time I do another battle. So as Mist would say, I actually don't remember what she usually says. I think she says something along the lines of like, I hope you guys, you know, have a wonderful day or something like that. And I will see you guys, or Mist and I, when she gets back, we'll see you guys next time. See you later.